Have you ever thought that a chance encounter could change your life forever? Today we tell you an incredible story of a young homeless musician and a mysterious little girl, a story that will touch you deeply. Stay with us until the end because the final revelation about this little girl will leave you speechless. We also have some shocking news that you absolutely don't want to miss, so block out all distractions and listen carefully. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on more touching stories like this. Gabriel, a 25-year-old young homeless musician, lived on the streets of Milan. Every day, he woke up in an abandoned building, hungry and with nothing except his beloved guitar, a precious gift from his father. Despite the hardships, Gabriel played his guitar in the parks, hoping to collect enough coins for a meal. One day, while he was playing under a large tree in Parco Sempione, a silent little girl in a lace dress stopped to listen to him. His presence became a constant in Gabriel's life, bringing him unexpected joy. Every day, the little girl returned, sitting next to him, listening intently to his music. Gabriel found comfort in his company, unaware of the extraordinary fate that awaited them. That little girl had something special. She always wore the same white lace dress and little black shoes. His smile was sweet and his eyes shone with curiosity. He never spoke, but communicated with gestures and his silent presence. Gabriel began composing melodies specifically for her, inspired by her innocence and silent devotion. Every day, Gabriel woke up with new hope. Despite his hunger and hardship, the little girl's presence gave him a reason to continue. Every morning, he got up from his makeshift bed, picked up his guitar and headed to the park. When he arrived, he often found the little girl already there waiting for him, sitting in the same place. Their friendship grew without words, made of smiles and melodies. The little girl always carried a small pink backpack with her, from which she often took out a fruit or a small gift for Gabriel. One day, she brought him a drawing. It was a portrait of him with the guitar, surrounded by musical notes. Gabriel couldn't help but be moved. That drawing was the most precious thing he had ever received. And you, what would you do if you found yourself in front of someone who seems to have the power to change your life with his mere presence? Leave a comment below and tell us what you think. We are curious to know your opinions. As time passed, Gabriel and the little girl developed a deep friendship. She was always silent, but her affection was palpable. Every day, Gabriel played for her, noticing how passersby left more and more coins in her hat. The little girl's presence seemed to bring good luck. People who stopped to listen were struck by the sight of that strange couple, a young homeless musician and an angelic-looking little girl. One day, Gabriel felt particularly weak. He suffered from myasthenia gravis, a rare disease that weakens muscles. As he played, the little girl brought him some oranges, showing genuine concern for him. Gabriel, touched by her gesture, decided to give her his guitar as a symbol of their friendship. He told her, "This guitar means a lot to me, but you mean more. I want you to keep it." When Gabriel handed her the guitar, the unthinkable happened. The guitar fell through the little girl's hand as if it were a ghost. Shocked, Gabriel discovered a hidden compartment in the guitar that contained a certificate of authenticity. His guitar was the first instrument Antonio Torres Jurado ever made, a treasure of inestimable value. The little girl, now semi-transparent, smiled and gently disappeared. It was a spirit linked to the guitar, a guide that had led Gabriel to discover his treasure. With the money obtained from the sale of the guitar, Gabriel was able to cure himself, rebuild his life and open a musical instrument shop. He continued to play in honor of his family and the little girl who had changed his life. This revelation changed everything for Gabriel. His life went from a precarious existence to one of hope and rebirth. But it wasn't just money that saved him. It was the realization that his music had been able to touch a life, albeit in such a mysterious and miraculous way. Every day, playing his new guitar, Gabriel thought of the little girl, who had given new meaning to his music. There was something magical about the little girl, and even though he now knew she was a spirit, her presence had been incredibly real and tangible. His friendship with her had taught him more than just survival. She had taught him to hope, to believe in the power of kindness and human connection. His health began to improve with proper treatment. He found a small house, a place he could finally call home, a safe haven where he could rest and create music. He opened a musical instrument shop in the center of Milan, a place where he welcomed young musicians, offering free lessons to children who couldn't afford to pay. He wanted to give something back, something that could make a difference in someone else's life, like the little girl had done for him. In the shop, he hung the drawing that the little girl had given him. Every time he looked at that drawing, he remembered the miracle he had experienced. His story began to spread, and soon, Gabriel was invited to speak and perform at various events. His music, full of emotion and hope, touched the hearts of anyone who listened to him. One day, while walking through the park where it all began, Gabriel heard a familiar melody. He stopped, listening intently. It was a young girl, sitting under the same tree, playing a guitar. The scene was surprisingly similar to what he himself had experienced years earlier. He approached and noticed that the girl was playing with the same passion he had had. "You're really good," Gabriel told her, with a smile. The girl looked up and smiled shyly. "Thank you," he replied. He sat down next to her, picking up his guitar. Together, they began to play a melody that fit together perfectly, creating a magical harmony. Passersby stopped to listen, attracted by the beauty of their music. Gabriel couldn't help but think of the little girl, his little guardian angel. He knew that, one way or another, she was still with him, guiding him and inspiring him. Her story had become a symbol of hope and resilience, a testament to the power of music and kindness. The girl asked him how he learned to play so well, and Gabriel told her his story. He shared with her the miracle he had experienced, and how a silent child had changed his life forever. The girl listened carefully, fascinated and inspired by his words. At the end of the day, Gabriel felt grateful. Grateful for the little girl, for the music, and for the new opportunity to live her life to the fullest. Every note he played was a tribute to his story, a tale of hope that lived on through his music. And you, do you believe in the power of music and kindness? Have you ever experienced an encounter that changed your life? Tell us your story in the comments. And if this story has touched your heart, we invite you to watch our next video, where we tell you about another incredible adventure that you won't want to miss. Thanks for following us, and see you next time.